Hi guys, so welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to do a collective haul. So basically a bunch of stuff that I've bought over a very long period of time, and I'm going to sort of give you my impression of them so far, because most of them, as I have collected them over a period of time, I've used most of them quite a few times. So I also have a tutorial that I will link down below that was supposed to come after this. It's a tutorial using basically all of the products that I am hauling right now, but I had to refilm this portion, so I will just link the the tutorial part down below. So yeah, let's just get started. So I got a bunch of Becca products, and I'm just gonna start off with those. So this is the first one. It is the backlight priming filter. So this is a primer. So it looks like this, and it sort of gives a nice like glow to the skin. It has a sheen to it. So I will put it on the back of this hand, and I will show you just what it looks like when you rub a little bit of it out. So there it is. It's not clear. It's a sort of white cream color, and then when you rub it out onto your skin, it just adds a really nice glow to the skin. So if you can see that, it makes your skin very luminous. So you can't get it confused with the shimmering skin perfectors, the liquid ones, because those add like very bright sheen, almost like glowy shimmer in a way. Not shimmer, but it's just very yeah, basically like shimmery and sheeny, whereas this is more of just a very light like luminosity to the skin. So it's just not like a silicone primer where it becomes very like flat and mattifying, if that makes sense. And this is silicone free, so that is also why I wanted to get this, because I have the YSL primer, and that is just like pure silicone in it, so it fills in your fine lines and pores really well. But after extended use, that can really clog the skin. So yeah, this might just be a little better for day-to-day use. I've used it like 4 times, and I really like it so far. It does add like a nice glow to the skin. It might make like people who are oily a bit more oily in the T-zone area. It hasn't made me like excessively oily, but I definitely have to like use blotting paper at least once throughout the day if I have it on for a very long time. But otherwise, it's a really nice product, and I like it so far. So the next thing from Becca is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream Foundation, and this is in the shade Buttercup. So this is a sort of natural matte finish, and it is very full coverage. So again, I am the shade Buttercup, and it is just so yellow. So I'm going to have to exchange this for one it's more of like a neutral warm undertone rather than just straight warm, because it makes me look like I have like jaundice or something. So there's a little bit squeezed on the back of my hand, and as you can see, rubbed out, it is very full coverage. A little bit like really goes a long way, and it really covers up any imperfections or anything like that. But I don't know if you can tell in the light, it is incredibly yellow. So this shade is just not the right one for me, but I like the foundation. I used it with a damp beauty blender. I've only tried it once, and I did like it. I just think maybe I'll have to experiment with it more when I get my right shade, because the sort of yellowness was really throwing me off. It almost looked like patchy on my skin. So I will just have to get my color fixed, and then I'll see, like I'll give you a better impression of how I really feel about it. But it is full coverage, and it didn't break me out the one time that I used it or anything like that. So it's not bad. So the next thing from Becca, I got this. This is the Shimmering Skin Perfector. This is the liquid one in the shade Opal, and this is the travel size. It's nice. It's very natural. It adds a like really shimmery glow to the skin, but not just definitely more blendable and more seamless with your actual skin, because it is a cream. So it is nice, especially for days where you're not wanting to use like a lot of powders or anything like that, especially in the winter. My only thing with this is that this travel size one, the other ones come in the pump, like with the foundation and primer, and this travel size one is obviously a tube. I'm not even going to open this, because I don't know if it's just there's so much product in here or what, but when you take the cap off, the product just starts spilling out and spilling out and spilling out and spilling out, and you just waste so much product, and that really bothers me, because I'm paying less money, like I'm getting a smaller size, number one, and you shouldn't skimp on packaging and just like have you waste all the product just because you're getting a travel size, if that makes sense. So I was really disappointed, not with the product, but with the packaging. So that is the Opal Skin Perfector. So the next thing from Becca, I'll just show you the box first. This is the Jaclyn Hill Champagne Glow palette. So it actually looks like this. And it has 3 of the pressed shimmering skin perfectors. So you have Blushed Copper, Champagne Pop, and Pearl. These 2 are limited edition shades, and Pearl is a new one that I think she's adding to her permanent collection. So I'm sure a lot of you have seen Champagne Pop already. It is a sort of champagne peach gold color. It leans more peach on my skin. Blushed Copper is a very like dark, very pigmented red copper color. So this, even if you have a dark, deep skin tone, this is better atop your blush. You'd have to have like a very, very, very deep skin tone for that to be a highlight on you, because it is so pigmented and it comes off very dark. But it's a really beautiful color. It's just better to go on top of your blush. Then this last one, Pearl. This is a cool toned, sort of just pure white color. And it is the only cool toned one out of the 3. Becca Skin Perfectors are really good quality. I have Opal on top of Anastasia one right now, but there is a bit of Opal there too. They're just very bright, they're very reflective, and these are very strong highlights. So if you're someone who wants a more subtle highlight, you might want to go for Hourglass or something that's just a little more glowy rather than shimmery. And with this palette, one thing about the size of the Skin Perfectors is that if you know of their eyeshadow palettes like the Ombre Rouge and Ombre Nude, these are bigger than that. But I like the size of them actually, because for me the only big size one that I have that I think I could actually like go through is the Opal one. And for the other shades, like especially Blushed Copper, which I won't be using anywhere except maybe atop my blush, that is good to have the smaller size because they won't go bad or dry up, and you don't feel like you're wasting or spending so much money on a product that you won't go through. So I think the size of this is really nice. So that is all my Becca products, I believe. So the next thing, this is the Marc Jacobs Style Icon number 7. This is the eyeshadow palette. It comes in a sort of like pouch like this, and this is in the shade is called, or the so this one is called The Lover. Sorry, I have fingerprints all over it, but it looks like this inside. I'm just going to keep this little thing up so the mirror is covered. But it looks like this inside, and you have 7 shades in here. You have 3 matte ones, so this one, the middle one, and the end one are all matte. And then you have this one that's more of like a flat, it's like a matte shade, but it has a little bit of shimmer in it. And then this one, and this one are all metallic colors. So you have a good variety of colors, and I chose this one. I know a lot of people love the Lolita palette, but I chose this because I was looking for something that didn't have a super dark shade. So the darkest one here is this mid-tone sort of mocha brown color, and I like that because on a day-to-day basis, I don't want like really deep dark browns or blacks on my eye. I just like very like mid-tone sort of colors to deepen the crease up. I have this palette on my eyes right now. I've used it also in the tutorial, so you can see me like using it there. I basically did the same eye look today except without the eyeliner. So yeah, it's a really, really good quality palette. It is pretty expensive. This retails for $59, so it is pretty expensive, but it's really good quality. It's ever so slightly powdery, but it is really finely milled, and with them being so soft, they blend together really easily, so you need a lot less time to achieve a look, if that makes sense. So if you're in a hurry, you can do like a full-on eye like this and have it still be light and blended and very seamless looking without having to spend like 20 minutes just blending everything together, if that makes sense. So it is a very, very good quality palette. I really like it, and yeah, it's definitely a good like Christmas present to ask for. I know that for $99 they have the one that has like 25 shadows in it for holiday, but I just wasn't interested in any of the colors that were in that for some reason. I much prefer the color schemes in the 7 pan palette. So that again is the Lover. So this is the Nars Klein cheek palette. The packaging looks like this. It's the same thing that's on the cover here. Stephen Klein is a photographer based out of New York, I believe. You have these contour and highlight shade, which is, I think, these are all things you can get in their permanent line, but this is the Paloma contour highlight. This is the Laguna bronzer, and then you have 4 blushes here. So this cool tone pink is called Robotic. Then you have this sort of dusty rose mauve sort of shade, which is called Blasphemy. Then you have this, it is a sort of a slightly shimmery, sort of burnt orange sort of color, and this is called Luster. And then you have this shade, which is a more, this is more of a like darker rose mauve color, and this is called Dolce Vita. And all of these have a bit of shimmer in them, I believe, but they don't really come up shimmery on your face. They're just not like flat matte colors. The good thing for me about this palette, I just want to mention, is that I don't have any of these things on their own. So instead of paying like individual prices for all of these, you get really big pans of all of the shades, and this cost like $79, I think. So it's a pretty good deal to get so many, like such a variety of things, where instead of paying like $40 for each, if that makes sense. Oh. So the very last thing that I have is this MAC Cleanse Off Oil. So this is, I will show you what it looks like. This is $31 at MAC, and it just looks like this. And basically what this is like a makeup remover slash face wash. You just put a little bit into your hand and you put it on your face and hands dry. You want to make sure to do it dry, and then you just really take like 30 seconds to really rub it in. Really focus on your eyes and all those areas where you might have waterproof makeup, or areas that you really want to softly remove your makeup. And you just rub that in, and then after you've done that for about 30 seconds or more, you take some water and then you sort of lather it in, and it becomes sort of a little more of like a oil to cream sort of feel, and then you sort of just are able to wash off all your makeup really beautifully without using like a cloth that might be harsh or anything like that. This is actually, it says that it is oil free, or it's mineral oil free. So this is, even if you have oily skin, using oils like this are good, because it's sort of hard to explain, but oil attracts oil. So if you're trying to like pull out all your different makeup, or really deep clean your pores, if that makes sense, and really get everything out, the oil sort of grabs onto the rest of those oils on your face and really pulls it out. So you get more of like a really deep makeup clean with this. But another thing with this is you can definitely use a secondary cleanser afterwards. So whatever your regular face wash is afterwards, you can use this first to really remove the makeup, wash it off, and then use your regular cleanser. Then you can tone and moisturize and all of that. So this is just really like a first step in removing makeup. I've only used this like once before, I think, in like a sample size, and I like it. So I'm excited to really give it a good go here with the big size. So again, this is $31. So, oh, I have one more thing, sorry. So this is the Kaplan MD. This is the Perfect Pout. This is a lip mask and lip balm duo. So I already have it out here. So this is the lip balm. It's just a little, these are like travel sizes. It's not a big size of it. And this is the lip mask. So if you look in here, the lip mask is just a sort of white, it's sort of a gel cream. It comes with a little teeny spatula, and you're supposed to take a generous amount of this lip mask, and then you take it all over your lips, clean lips of course, and then you're supposed to take it about like a few millimeters or like half a centimeter over your actual lip line. And what this mask is supposed to do is just to reinvigorate the blood flow to your lips, to sort of create like cellular turnover, if that makes sense. It's just gonna really like replenish the skin on your lips and make it softer, and it's also supposed to sort of redefine the contours of your lips. So it's going to, in a way, with that you know, blood rising to the surface of your lips, it's going to plump them up and just allow those you know, fine lines and lip line that you have to just be a little fuller and a little plumper and softer, of course. And so after you do that, you leave that on for 3 to 5 minutes. It says that you can expect a little bit of tingling because you have papaya enzyme in here. I didn't feel any tingling whatsoever, but tingling doesn't bother me, so if it's something that bothers you, you might feel that, and that might be unpleasant for you, so that's one thing to look out. And then after you're done with that, you take a wet sort of like cotton pad or anything like that, a wet washcloth, and you just really gently rub all of that mask off. And then there's no exfoliation, by the way, in this. This is all chemical exfoliation, so there's no like beads or anything like that. And then you're going to take this lip balm, and you just put the lip balm on like you would anything else. And the first time I used this, I didn't know if I loved it, but after I've used it a few times after, I actually do really like this. The lip balm feels almost like, you know how like petroleum feels? It's quite slippery when it goes on, but then it sort of thickens up and it becomes more of like a very sort of moisturizing thick gel, but it's not uncomfortable thick. You can just definitely feel it there on your lips getting a bit more tacky. And then this also has SPF 20 in it, so that's good because it's good to keep SPF on your lips as well, just like the rest of your face. So this cost $23 for the set, and I do really like this. I think you get a pretty good amount of product, but obviously if it's something that you want to use on a daily basis, like if you were to want to use this lip balm every single day, you would probably want to get a bigger size of it, because I just use this only after I use the mask, just to sort of conserve, since there is not like an incredible amount of product in it. But yeah, so that is all the stuff. Again, I've collected it over a long period of time. I just wanted to get a few of like the different holiday things, and I needed a new primer and foundation, so that's why I got that stuff. I'm really liking everything so far. It's nice with the holiday stuff because you can sort of feel like you're getting a bit of a deal instead of getting everything separately. You can just all get it sort of compact for a little cheaper in a holiday palette. So yeah, I hope you guys like my haul, and please like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff from my channel, and thank you so much.